One, two, three. We want to welcome everybody to the Mom and Dad's House, where our favorite two people are Mom and Dad. Wave at everybody. How you doing, Mom and Dad?
Hey,
And we have Hantie. Wave at us, Hantie. All right, we got Hantie there, folks. So we got a good one today. I always like a good feel-good story. People transforming the world, being creative, right? So today we're going to talk about a first grade teacher who creates memories for students while with a mock vacation to Mexico. So the teacher, Sonia White, and she took her pupils on an incredible trip to Mexico while they were still in class as part of Hispanic Heritage Month. Instead of transporting young children to Mexico, the passionate teacher organized a very special, realistic vacation for her kids, which included laminated passports and boarding permits. In fact, you can watch this video on TikTok. They have 2.5 million viewers on it right now. The mock trip began with the kids lining up at the passport office. The pictures were taken. And she said, "Come along, first grade. Let's go to Mexico." Well, Southwest Airlines saw it, and they were so impressed that they brought the students and the teachers to a field trip to Southwest Airlines. And folks, Southwest did it up. They put them on an airplane, showed all the airplanes taking off, gave the kids snack, gave them authentic Mexican food. And the nice thing about it, they gave a nice round trip ticket for the principal and the teacher for doing that.
mm-hmm.
It's a real good story because it talks about a lot of stuff, right? It talks about the fact that teachers can be creative and they do have the power to do something different. And she did it.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is, folks, is that the kids learn something. And then the third thing is that someone who had power to make it even better did it. So what do you think about that, Mom and Dad?
I thought it was tremendous. As a former teacher, we need to invest. We need to give our young people dreams, dreams of becoming something, and not just giving them a cell phone to play games on or whatever. We need to have teachers that are creative, that will love the kids and invest in the kids and give them support in whatever actions they do. That's a tremendous thing. I know this week, Brooke, I had to take past a pastor that I work with, or not work with, but I guess I'm his caregiver, take him to his appointments and everything, take him to the teacher, the credit union to have something notarized. And the lady that was there was one of my former students, Brooke. And it was really something how do you say it? She really, really excelled above and beyond my expectations.
Yeah.
Because now she's manager of a credit union.
Manager.
Yeah.
I would.
I didn't know that.
And the thing about it is, folks, is that you never know what a child can do. You just got to expose them to the things that they can do and see what happens. But to never give that child or think they have an opportunity and don't try is depriving that child of what is possible for their future if you don't give your best.
Right.
I mean, great point there on that, Dad.
Yeah.
The other point that I would point out is that children have good memories. And especially something that is positive in their life, like the teacher gave them to the airlines. They will always cherish and they will never forget it. And not only that, it may also help to keep them focused to stay in the right path and not divert off and get off on a wrong road in their life. So I think it's very good that the teacher took them on this excursion, and perhaps they will take that all through their life.
Hantie, what are your thoughts on that story?
I think it's a heartwarming story, which we need in this day and age, because it also helps those of us who are of age to remember how we were invested in. As you know, my mother being a teacher, I did not always feel I did not always feel appreciated at home. But when she took us on field trips, the museum, of science and industry, that is correct, in Chicago, and all of those things that happened when I was in first and second grade. It helps me to know that is what you're supposed to do on a consistent basis, investing in the memories that they're going to grow up with. Now here I am, you know how old I am.
You don't look an age above 2.
Yeah, and remembering the feeling that I had, and to have that happen in this day and age to someone who is in first and second grade, and they'll get to my age if the Lord doesn't come, and say, wow,
yeah,
they went out of their way. They did something that did not have to be done, but I'm so glad that it did happen.
You know, I mean, when you think about the creativity, and I think there's something that's lost with all the technology and all the things happening. Everybody's waiting for somebody to help them be creative.
Right.
And I think that's the part that's missing in today's society, is that you can be that creation. You can be that change, you know, because you waiting for somebody to give you permission or give you that change, it's not going to happen. You know, there comes a point you got to take responsibility for your own actions or inactions and say, you know what, either I plan on not making a difference and let life happen on me, or I can choose to say, you know what, let's just change the routine up. Let's do something that's never been done before. The worst thing that could happen, you'll learn from it.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that can happen. You learn from it.
And we need to give our kids dreams. Dreams of becoming somebody, rather than say, oh, you can't do that. You know, don't kill a person's dreams. Encourage our dreams, because I went to school with a young, well, I won't call his name, but anyhow, he wound up as mayor of Detroit, Michigan.
You can mention him, Dad. Dennis Archer.
Yes, he became mayor of
Cassopolis, Michigan.
From Cassopolis, Michigan. It's amazing.
Where is that again?
Most people never heard of Cassopolis.
And it's not a suburb of Detroit.
Can't pronounce it either.
That's right. That's right. And not only that, look at I forgot his name now. Became one of vice president of American Airlines.
Yeah, Bret Hart.
Yes, from Cassopolis, Michigan.
Look at that young mind.
Yeah, I mean, all the famous people from Cassopolis, Michigan.
Wasn't always from Cassopolis.
Yes, he was.
Yes,
he was born and raised in Cassopolis, Michigan. He is much younger than I am.
Yeah, yeah, he's about my age, Mom.
Yes, he is.
So what I'm saying is, yes, Hantie.
I want to go back to when Kamala Harris was, when she was introduced as Vice President of the United States, and what she said to the young Black people, young Black ladies. If I can do it, you can do it too.
Yes.
And I thought that was so very positive of her to say that, to giving them a dream. I don't know how old they would be or whatever, but I thought that part of the convention I thought was so very good.
And you know what's amazing here? I mean, we're gonna cut it here short here. You all had the opportunity in your lifetime, with all the racism that you guys have seen and the bigotry that you guys gone through in this country, that no one can really fully grasp with your experience, that you witnessed a Black president and a Black vice president in your lifetime. That's amazing. Gone from this will never happen because the system is designed to not make it happen, whoever was the system, So all of a sudden to break it down and say, wait a second, you got to pinch yourself. Did this really happen? Is this a cruel joke? Is this going to take it away? And not only that, but like I said, jury's still out on Kamala Harris, but President Obama, in my opinion, did a very good job.
Well, I'm not talking about the job.
Yeah, not the
I'm talking
job.
about what she said.
Okay, what she said
on national TV.
Right. And really what we're talking about here, folks, is dream big. But if you kill your child's dream, how will they live? So many people want to kill their children's dreams, said, oh, you can't do that. And just imagine if a young golfer saw his son up there and said, you know what? They said there's no black people can play golf, or no black people can play tennis and make it and be number one into it. It starts with a seed and belief. And parents, you have an obligation to encourage your child to dream big and support it.
That's right. That's right.
It's not an option, it's an obligation. And you got to do your best, folks. So today, love your child or love someone who has a kid and support that child's dream. And don't stop until they get it. Don't give up on them. That's the key, because they can't give up on themselves. All right. Till next time, we'll see you on Mom and Dad Talks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.